Wastewater management, from sewage to safe drinking water. Welcome to our guide on wastewater management. What we flush every day goes on a fascinating journey to a hidden world of complex processes designed to safeguard our health and environment. Today we'll explore how cities transform raw sewage into clean water and the role that septic tanks play in rural areas. Let's get started. Imagine a busy city, full of life. Under the surface lies a hidden network carrying away the byproducts of our daily existence to a wastewater treatment center. Here, pollutants will be removed from sewage before being released back into the environment or reused by people. The first phase of wastewater treatment is primary treatment. During screening, larger solid objects like rags, paper, wood, plastic are removed from liquid waste using a giant sieve. Next, grit chambers slow down the flow of wastewater, allowing heavier particles to settle to the bottom. These substances are then removed. Finally, during the sedimentation, wastewater is stored in large tanks. Again, the water is slowed down, which allows larger particles to settle to the bottom. The cleaner water at the top is then removed and moves on to the next stage. The secondary phase of wastewater management is called the biological treatment phase. During this phase, wastewater is put in oxidation ponds, where sunlight and microorganisms like bacteria are used to break down the organic matter, which further cleans the wastewater. The wastewater, now significantly cleaner, enters the tertiary treatment phase. The goal of this phase is to eliminate all non-biodegradable pollutants and to make sure the water is safe to release back into the environment. First, filters are used to remove particulate matter from the wastewater. Next, ultraviolet light and/or chlorine are used as disinfected methods are used to kill pathogens. Finally, nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrates and phosphates are removed through the use of microorganisms and chemicals. The result is water, cleansed and purified, ready to be used for agricultural, industrial and domestic purposes. Now, let's journey away from the urban environment to the tranquility of rural areas. People who live in the country must use a different approach to waste management, the septic tank. A septic tank is a large underground container where solid sewage is broken down by bacteria. They provide a sustainable solution, allowing communities to thrive while minimizing their impact on the surrounding environment. Septic tanks have many advantages over municipal sewers. First, septic tanks are much cheaper than building the infrastructure to connect to a centralized sewage system. Also, homeowners do not have to pay a monthly sewage bill to the city water department, unlike those who use a centralized sewer system. Septic tanks also have many environmental benefits. First, septic tanks require less infrastructure to operate than city sewers. As a result, less of the environment is disturbed when they are built. Second, septic tanks need less energy than city sewers to operate, so they are viewed as more energy efficient. Third, septic tanks do not use chemicals to purify water, unlike city waste treatment plants, so people see them as being better for the environment. Finally, septic tanks return treated wastewater back to the environment by refilling the groundwater. In this way, septic tanks help to protect water resources and minimize environmental damage. However, like with any wastewater system, septic tanks do have disadvantages. One major problem is septic tanks do have a limited capacity. They are not designed to treat huge volumes of wastewater. As a result, septic tanks require certain behaviors and maintenance to ensure their efficiency. First, septic tank users need to use water responsibly to avoid overloading the system and creating potential backups. Next, septic tanks will eventually fill up and will have to be drained or pumped periodically to remove any blockages or sludge that could cause backups. Finally, septic tanks can pollute groundwater. Leaking tanks or improper installation can allow untreated wastewater to seep into the surrounding soil and pollute groundwater. Regular inspections and maintenance, along with responsible waste disposal practices, are crucial to decreasing this risk. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating world of wastewater management. From water treatment centers in busy urban areas to septic tanks in rural areas, we've seen how people tackle the problem of waste management. We hope you found this information helpful and informative. By understanding the importance of wastewater treatment and the role each of us plays in its success, we can help protect our environment and ensure a healthier future for all.